What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be going over none other than a deck profile for all you guys. I'm excited to talk about this one, actually, and this one is one that was requested, was Omnimon Control, or Ultimate Control Omnimon, whatever you want to call it, but it's like the big boy on campus that once everything disappears, you're ready to play. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So guys, as you can see, here's the deck list. First off, we are playing none other than, Mother D Reaper. So as the Digitama for it, it's just here for being a raid target, and mostly that's it. You can use it to play a couple other cards if you want, like X programming, because you don't have many X antibodies in general. It can help clear boards as a white option, or you can go with anything like the searchers or just to help you dig a little deeper, which is really what you kind of want to do with it. It's kind of just dig a little deeper. So kind of keep that important here. But we are running something of a very unique lineup here. We are playing 2 Wisemon into the list for the level 5s because on play, when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 purple or black Digimon card among them to your hand, place the rest at the top or bottom of your deck in any order, and it gives blocker for inheritable. So that means we're going to use a little bit more on the purple side of the aces that we want to use for right now, which is not a bad thing. Then we have 4 Lady Devies that basically all these, like Gigadramon, Cherrymons, and Scorpiomon, are all going to do the same thing. They're going to reveal the top 4 cards to your deck, add 2 level 6 or higher among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So they're going to be your searcher. They're going to dig you pretty decently deep. 4 cards is nothing to scoff at. But your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon, you may play 1 Digimon card with Dark Masters in its trace from your hand to an empty space in your breeding area. Each one has a unique keyword. So Lady Devi carries the retaliation with it. Then you have the retaliation from Lady Devi. You have reboot from Gigadramon. You have piercing with Cherrymon, and then you gain I think it is blocker from Scorpiomon. So they each give a unique keyword benefit. Then we're going to give Wisemon the blocker keyword as well. So now we have some decent coverage. So what are we playing for the Dark Master ratio? We're playing 4 Piedmon, because this thing is on play when attacking, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Your turn, when this Digimon cannot digivolve into a white Digimon. I like how it's a restriction on your turn, so future-proofing anything that goes into a level 7 burst ace will actually be able to use this. So just keep this in mind that maybe if we get certain color matchups, we can use like Piedmon or anything else. So future-proofing is not here, but you can blast ace on a white Digimon or any level 7 that comes to mind eventually. So, that's really important. End opponent's turn, delete this Digimon, then you may play 1 Digimon card with Dark Masters in trait other than Piedmon from your hand without paying its cost. What's really nice about the level 5 counterparts to their Megas is that one gives the same keyword matching their color. So Machinedramon will give reboot. The Puppetmon will give piercing. The Metal Seadramon will give blocker. So they all carry that same inheritable matching their color level 5. Each one has a unique difference here for its on play when attacking. Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. They all have your turn. They can only digivolve into a white Digimon. And then you do have a card like Puppetmon over here that says, on play when attacking, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck. And then you do have Metal Seadramon that says on play when attacking one of your opponent's level 5 or lower, return it to the hand. So a bounce, a spin back to bottom of the deck, a D-Digi-Evolution 2, and a basically straight up kill. So that's why Pied and Machinedramon are more valuable, because they're less situational. So Puppet and Metal Seadramon come down a little bit. But because you want to still have access to the Apocalymon, you want to be able to do that shenanigans if it ever comes up, because it is going to be restricted at 1 once we get to this point. But when this card would be played by placing 3 Dark Master traits with different names, from your battle area trash under it. Reduce the play cost by 4 by placing 1 level 6 or lower from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution activates on play effect, and that card as an effect of the Digimon. Then trash the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck for each level 6 Digivolution. So this gets really scary, really nasty, and really nasty. The fact that it can take from battle area and trash to be able to reduce its cost is what really helps. So stuff like that is very important. So let's talk about some of the aces in the deck. So we have a Ibuomon ace here. So this thing is on play when Digivolving for each of your Digimon with Deva. For Sovereign traits, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then during your opponent's next unsuspend phase, they cannot unsuspend. Delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon. He's only in here for temporary. To be honest with you, I would play Mega Gargo Ace as the replacement once we get there. So he's at least a valid target. He fits the color combination. He'll Digivolve on top of black, which gives us Gigadramon and Wisemon, but also because he can Digivolve a green, it'll add Cherrymon to the mix, so you get more value, more coverage. And the fact that it has when Digivolving suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and then 2 of those Digimon or Tamers cannot unsuspend or Digivolve until the end of opponent's turn. Locking that out is really nasty, and it can slow down your opponent's game strategies by a lot. So I think Mega Gargo Ace is very important to come in, and you take Ibuomon out, and probably Metal Garurumon Ace comes down a little bit more, so you can bring this in. So, but it also has a when Digivolving an end of attack, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So at least you get like 2 values out of it, which is really good. And then, you know, we are playing Zaqualamon. So Zaqualamon Ace here. So when Digivolving when attacking by deleting 1 Digimon with Deva trait or 6,000 DP or less, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn, and then on deletion delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. So at least if it goes pop when you block with it or something like that, you know, it's going to have some decent value. It's going to take something out with it, and that's sometimes you want to trade like that. The fact that it gets an extra security attack adds in a decent amount of pressure to your opponent's side that they're not going to want to deal with. And then we do play 2 Metal Garurumon Ace because we do have some purple target with Lady Devi and Wisemon again that you're going to use to go into this Blast Ace. So it's when Digivolving, trash the top 3 cards of your deck, gain 1 memory for each card trashed, but, well, the top 3 cards, not top 3 cards, but 3 cards in your hand. You're going to take advantage of that, and you're going to want to take advantage of that. But, you know, when attacking by trashing 1 card in hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon at the lowest level. Sometimes Metal Garurumon Ace will help you out in certain circumstances and gets you there. I think it's really powerful, but things do change up once we get to the following set, which you're going to want to play Vikemon in the list as well. So it'll become like 3 Zaqualamon Aces, 2 Mega Gargo Aces, and then probably you're going to put in the Vikemon Ace in there at like 3 as well. So 3 to 4 just because of how powerful that card is as well for this deck. Major things we also want to talk about is, you know, Omnimon's Sword here is basically in here because it has plenty of targets to Digivolve on top of for the level 6 requirement. So it's going to trash 3 cards, and then you get to play 2 8-cost black or less purple Digimon from your trash without paying its cost, which means the Zaqualamon, the Ibuomon, Metal Garurumon Ace, you know, are all valid targets, or the Lady Devi, Gigadramon and Wisemon are very valid targets as well. So you have a decent low end now that basically being able to play a Mega down and then set up for any other crazy shenanigans is going to be really solid. But then, like I said, you'll take in Vikemon in BT16. That'll be an on play as well. Let me show you what he kind of does that you guys Vikemon. Vikemon Ace basically says on play when Digivolving, Digivolve 2 of one of your opponent's Digimon, and then you may trash. You can't trash past a level 3, but then all your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer Digievolutions cannot suspend until the end of their turn, but when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer Digievolution cards. So Vikemon Ace is really solid for that. So we're going to take advantage of being able to play that for a reduced cost. So I think stuff like that is going to be very important when you start wanting to build, because Vikemon will have an on play that'll combo with Zudomon Ace, and 2 Vikemon could be very nasty alone. So keep that in mind. We do play 2 Omnimon four Zwart defeats, because this thing coming out of security is really nasty and puts a clock on your opponent that they're not going to want to deal with. So just keep that in mind. Omnimon Zwart defeat is kind of one of those things coming out of security. When digivolving, delete one of your opponent's tamers, and then on deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. So the opponent has to really think what they're doing against it really, really hard. We do also play Omnimon Alter B. So this is another option that, let's say you go, you know, Omnimon Zwart, Omnimon X Antibody, or you've done a Mega, you digivolved into Omnimon Zwart, now you have Alter B as an option. So being able to trash some weird shenanigans that can lead up to this is really solid. You just need to know what you're doing, especially if you go, like, let's say you go Mega, you go level 5, you have it still on the board, you go Machine Dramon, or, you know, the Piedmon on top, or you got a Mega from your Blast Ace on top of that level 5. You know, you build up stacks really easily in this deck. But when digivolving, digivolve 3 of one of your opponent's Digimon, trash up to 3 cards from the top. If you can't trash past level 3 cards, then choose any number of your opponent's Digimon so their play cost total is 6, and delete them, which is really solid. It gives decent removal, especially since you're digivolving by 3. Most likely you're going to get to a rookie. And then when digivolving, by trashing up to 3 level 6 or higher in the Digievolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamer with the lowest play cost for each card trashed. If you trash 3 cards, trash the top 2 cards of your opponent's security stack. So very important for Alter B's, Omnimon Zwart defeat and Zwart. But we also are playing 2 X Antibody because, you know, we could get a stack where we have a small enough remove 2 sources to prevent an attack going, but he's in here because he can digivolve on top of any Omni for a cost of 3 and delete one of your opponent's Digimon DP less than or equal to his DP, which is really solid. And then you do have also Omnimon Merciful mode. For each card with Mega in its traits in its Digievolution, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, then place 10 cards in your opponent's trash as a bottom of their deck in any order. And then start a turn by trashing it'll instantly just sacrifice itself to trash one of your opponent's security. So Merciful mode does lead up to being some interesting plays. And then we are playing 2 Tai and Matt Ishida. So this is if your opponent, 3 Tai and Matt Ishida. So basically, if your opponent has a 6 or higher Digimon in play, gain 2 memory, and then all your opponent's Digimon, all your Omnimons gain security attack +1, and then basically comes out of security for free. But that extra security attack with your Omnis can really be scary, especially since they're big, beefy boys. 15's nothing to scoff at. You know, most threats are not dealing with that. And like I said, Apocalyspe's in here just to get that last bit of, let's say your opponent's, the game's going on long enough, you can just deal with it. You know, mill them out. I think that's very important just to take into account that we do have that coming up. So let me just do one last little thing. We're going to just take out this. We're going to bring it down and add 3 of this. So Mega Gargo Ace, once that drops, because the restriction list will be in place when this happens, you're going to be doing that. So I think this is a really confident list, and I think you guys will enjoy it for your Omni finesse. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.